Back, everybody, and thank you for joining me on the Jersey to Vegas podcast, episode number 77. 7-7 up in this 7-7. This feels weird. Hold on one second. But today we're going to talk about pretty much a couple things, but who are you? You know, and the question of the title of the YouTube algorithm title is who are you, or do you know who you are? And that is the question I feel like I've been trying to, I guess, answer myself for the past 3 million years, but even more so in this time of the past week and a half, meditating and doing these stuff. Hold on a second. I got a crank hat on, and I got to unload this bad boy. There we go. How's that? That feels, and hopefully this works better because I'm trying to do both, right? I'm going live on YouTube, and if you hate my guts or don't even like the channel, just do me a favor and just let it play out, right? If you watch the end of last week, I don't care if you don't listen to me, honestly, just let it play out so you can help me out, because I'm trying to get more watch time. All I need is 4,000 more hours of watch time for people to watch my videos, and I will get monetized, which means I can make money doing YouTube. I have everything else needed, from views to, they gave me a badge for like through my first 350,000 views, something like that, so that's great. I have enough subscribers. I just don't have the watch time, which means people need to watch it in full. So if you hate it, just let it play. It's gonna be 30 minutes of you taking a dump. Or like, you know, if you're gonna go to sleep or take a car ride, you don't even have to turn on the volume. Just let it play out and let YouTube realize that you had a little bit of interest inside this video. And at the same time, maybe you just hung out for the entire roll of it. So anyway, I'm trying to do both. I'm doing the regular audio on my, what they would call Spreaker Studio. This is the one that I have to edit later. And then I'm going live on YouTube instead of doing a lot of cutting and, you know, doing double work. It doesn't make sense, right? Work smarter, not harder. Over here, I can make that noise. You guys don't get that noise. I could go on this one. You guys, you listen to me say it the entire time. So a little back story is that I've been meditating every morning. Now I say every single day. Turn the stove off. Okay, turn the stove off. Every single morning. And with doing so, the main objective of this meditation is not to only, I want to say, create more space in my head or in my life, but just to practice doing it and not really wanting anything out of it. There's tons of benefits from it, and someone sent me the benefits, but I can't look them up because it's on the phone that's recording. So I can't pull up the Schminstagram. And oh, wait a minute, I can, hold on. Hold on, wait. We got batteries. I got a backup phone, and we got it. This is called the backup phone, guys, just in case, oh, bugger. Just in case something happens. Let's see. Can I get it? All right, because I want to actually tell you the benefits of it. I will give you the benefits of it when I find it, okay? But I've been meditating every morning, and it's really been helping with what I have been doing, and nope, I got nothing on this phone. So it has to actually load from that phone to get it onto here. I'm really trying here. Trying to look. So many messages. Doesn't make sense. Oh, I got it. Okay. So here's the benefits of, according to Google, right? Because she said, by the way, she's rocking. So that's a clue. And meditation. Did you know that meditation provides the nervous system a rest that is 5 times deeper than sleep? So that's a great one, right? So just meditating for a little bit of time gives you more rest, 5 times more rest. And that's kind of what I am doing it for, is to give my mind the rest that it deserves, that it needs, and at the same time helps you. The more you sit by yourself, really sound like crazy right now. The more you sit by yourself, the more you realize more about who you are. The quiet is hard, right? The quiet is annoying. The quiet sometimes makes you feel crazy. But if you do it long enough, right? I'm not going to be some Buddhist monk or some shit that you guys are probably thinking, right? Like, oh my God, let's see, do yoga too? No. I realized that all the noise goes away. And then after the noise is done, true thoughts come out. True feelings come out. Some of them you don't believe, some of them you don't want to hear or be a part of. But the truth comes out into the questions that you ask yourself. So let's say, here's an example. I'm going into it. I got an hour in the other day. An hour. Of course, I started at 4:30 in the morning. No, I wasn't sleeping. I was sitting up. And I got through an hour. It didn't feel like an hour. But in the beginning, it was a lot of it almost felt like I was waking up. You know, I was like, oh my God, I'm a little tired. And then the brain started to go more and more. It's like, wait, doing this is stupid. What is that noise? Who's outside? What are the dogs? Did I feed them? I got to feed them. What time are the kids going to come down? Hopefully the kids don't come down this early because now they're not going to sleep. And then I can't get stuff done. And that's how my brain goes. And then after I let those thoughts pass, it kind of puts me in a place where I could think better. You know, I feel like I have this power to see more. And that's what I'm learning in this meditation journey. You know, I'm not doing it for a reason of I don't know what reason you might think I'm doing it for, but I'm just trying to figure out myself, right? I'm trying to figure me out. And this will answer the question that I think I opened up in a note somewhere. I took a note. It's who am I, right? And most of us come up with the conclusion that we are who we were. And I talk about this way in the beginning of this podcast, probably in episodes 10 through 20, right? We're not who we were, but that's who we think we are. Or even more so, I always said, it's we always think we are what we do. I am a trainer, right? No, I'm not a trainer. I'm nothing. I'm not a trainer. Oh, I'm a barback. No, I'm not a barback. I'm nothing. Oh, no, I'm a financial guy. No, you're not. That's not who you are. And then some people put the label of, who are you? Oh, well, I make about $100,000 a year. I work on Wall Street. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. And this is the question that I kind of ask myself every single time I meditate. Almost what are you doing here? That's the question. That's the one that always comes into my mind. And then it always spins back to, oh man, you were this, and then you used to do this, and now you're doing this. But how can we get out of here without doing this? But it's you that has to do this. And now I am what I do versus who am I? Who am I? It's a very tough question. I want you guys to think about it. Try to think about who you are without putting something in the past inside that answer. A lot of people who are you? Well, I used to play football, 4-time national champion. And then my team made it to the Meadowlands. And then in the Meadowlands, we lost. And that was in 1992. Get over it. It's fucking over. Who are you? Well, I was state champ. Wrestling. I was down in Monmouth County. Oh no, Monmouth County has a country accent. I was down in Monmouth County. And I won my district title, my region title, and then I won a state championship. And then after that, I coach wrestling. And I've got a winning record since then. But that's not who this guy, this made up fucking guy who sounds like Val Kilmer, that's not Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer. Who the fuck's Val Kilmer anyway? Isn't he Batman or some shit? No, Val Kilmer was Batman. That's not how he sounds. Anyway. No, Val Kilmer. Coach Kilmer in... I have a booger. Hello. I got to make sure I don't put this. This is a dish rag. I got to make sure I don't put it back to cleaning the clothes. I'm going to throw it on the floor. Coach Kilmer in... what movie is that? My God, it's not Remember. Why am I saying Remember the Titans? The Coyotes. Anyway, feel-good high school football movie with the guy from Dawson's Creek. I forget the heck. I don't know why I can't remember it. I can't remember it. Tweeter. And the big heavy guy, isn't it? Varsity Blues. There we go. Thank God. So anyway, that's where the accent came from. But I mean, that's like a perfect. Even that movie is a perfect example of like people that just think they're this thing based off what they did. You know, and the more I think about it towards myself, I have no idea who I am. You know, and that's okay. I have an inclination of who I am. Because when I think about who I am, I either think about who I used to be or who I'm going to be. I can never be here. Right? And for me to figure out who I am right here takes practice. It takes a lot of soul searching. Right? It takes a lot of us trying to find out who we actually are. And who we actually are is very difficult to figure out in this society, in this world. Because everyone is influenced by either someone from the past or what you think those people are going to think about you from your future. Right? It's like, perfect example me. I used to be a coach. I used to have this thing. I used to have a gym. I used to have these friends. I used to have this stuff. That's who I was. And now it's like, who are you going to be? Well, I'm going to be a bartender soon because I'm a bar back. So I'm going to be a bartender, and then I'm going to make more money doing that. And then I'm going to be on YouTube, and that's who It's still not who you are. Because watch this. Take a gun and shoot me now. Am I a bartender? I'm just dead. Presently, that's who, what, and how I am. But what I realize is instead of me wasting all this time, right? The only thing we have, and I said it last time and the last time, the only certainty there is that we don't have much time. And for me to worry about what I'm going to do or what I'm going to be for the rest of my time is fucking ridiculous. You ever think about that? I can't wait till I get my promotion in 10 years. In 10 years, I'm going to have a promotion and I'm going to make $5,000 more, which will make me better because someone's going to be proud of me. It's fucking ridiculous. Think about it. Like, what would you do? It's the best question is, what would you do if you're going to fucking die in a month? It's the best question. What would you do? I would fucking be right here, doing what I'm doing. Maybe with more fame. I'd fly everyone in. I'd waste $1,000 million in credit card bills because they're not getting paid anyway, right? I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to fucking rack up that shit. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm dead. Sorry, I can't pay it. And I'd fly everyone here, and we'd have a big party and celebrate my life because it's going to be over. I have my kids, and that's who I am. See, through doing this podcast, I'm figuring it out. That's who I am. All I want is to be with my friends and my family. That's it. I want to spend time with them. Not to the point where it's fucking annoying, but to the point where it's like we're enjoying each other's company. And I enjoy people's company, and I enjoy seeing people happy. I enjoy being happy with them. I don't enjoy having a party, but then I'm working the entire time just to please them. There's a difference, right? That's a different type of party. It's cool to take care of them. I love that part, right? But when now it became like, oh my God, no, we gotta cook more, and we gotta do this, and I gotta clean a little bit more, then it becomes more of a shit show. But right here, right now, I just realized who I want to be. I want to be with my fucking family. Who I am. I'm a family man. That's who I am. I'll be right back. We gotta pause. You don't have to pause YouTube. They gotta pause. So I gotta press record again. Start offline recording, part 2. And that's who I am, coming back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm a family man. See, you know how I know this is who I am? I want to cry. I feel like I'm going to cry. It's already coming out. I'm not going to stop it if it starts coming out more. But when I say that I'm a family man, that means a lot. And maybe that's it. That's who I am right now. That's the most important things to me. You can ask anyone that talks to me, what do I want to do? I want to be home and hang out with my kids. I want to be home and hang out with my family. I want to hang out with my friends and my family. Because that's what counts to me. I'm not saying this is you, right? But sometimes we have to get through all the noise before we could find out what we're actually looking for. You know, I heard it today was, what was it? I went on a walk this morning and I think I'm losing my mind. I know what it feels like to lose your mind. I get it. Oh wait, yes, and then the guy had an answer to that. Was I think I'm losing my mind, and good. It's good to lose our minds because we finally let go of the control. Right? I'm very happy I lost my fucking mind. 100%. I'm 100% happy I lost my mind because it let go of the things that control me. It let go of all the control that I tried to control. And it finally it's allowing me to have the freedom to think for myself. To finally have the freedom to understand what life really is about. In increments, people. This is in increments. Right? Because you always think about money. Everyone, what about money? What about your job? I know. We all know. We know there's this. We know we have trauma. Right? We know there's things that have developed us into this wonderful human being that we are presently. Right? But then we always think about, oh my God, we gotta make money. I know, we gotta do that too. And that's the noise. Right? The noise, get it out. Just let the thoughts fucking happen. Let the thoughts get out. So you can hone in to who you are. And that's where the meditation comes from. That's where long walks come from. It's to cry during your walks. It's to laugh during your walks. Mostly cry. Because you're thinking about what a shitty life you have. And how come this is happening to me? Why can't I figure it out? You're never gonna figure it out. We are never gonna figure it out. And we have to let that shit go. You're not gonna figure it out. You're not gonna be this thing. You're not gonna make it this big. You're not, because you want it too much. Once you let it go, it's gonna fucking happen. That's what's crazy. Once you give your mind the freedom to stop thinking about it, it happens. Because you put too much constraint on the thing. You make the thing that you want to be too much of a thing. Right? How many people fucking put themselves through school to do this, to get, because they I gotta make my parents proud, and they wanted me to be a doctor. If you're Filipino, a nurse for some weird apparent fucking reason. I don't understand why Filipinos don't go for bigger. You know, why are the parents' dreams for their kids, just a nurse? Why not go a little bigger than just the nurse? Not saying anything wrong with you nurses. There's nothing wrong, right? Everyone needs to be the B player. I get it. But why are we searching for the starting team once in a while? Why is it always, you get to be a nurse? Just be that one. Don't go there. It's too hard, too much. Why? Just don't go. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I don't even know where the fuck I was. But we're trying to please someone else's dreams. You know, you put all this pressure to become a doctor or a doctor or a doctor. That's all I can think about. Or a lawyer. And you don't even want to do it. And then once you get there and you got it, you quit. Because you really didn't care about it. You really didn't love it. It gave you more stress and bills than anyone else could fucking imagine. If you fucking grew up wearing a fucking stethoscope every day of your life, then you meant to be a doctor. Like you fucking walked around and like tried to help squirrels. You know what I mean? Like you saw a squirrel on the ground and it was like, I fell out of a tree, squeak, squeak. And you fucking wrapped him up in like a blanket, put a tourniquet on the blood, and then gave him a splint for his leg, and then they felt better, and then they walked around better, and you didn't get rabies. You were meant to be a vet. It seems like you love it. A lot of us seem like we do things that we don't give a fuck about. I really wish I had structure in my podcast, but I don't. All right, I don't. I just ramble and I talk, and that's my freedom. This is my freedom. But look, from me rambling and just talking and talking to myself, honestly, I'm talking to myself, right? Is there anyone here that's listening to me? Do I have, you know who I'm talking to? I'll show you who I'm talking to. Here's my crowd. Here's my crowd today. I got pumpkin, so if you're on the radio, here's my pumpkin that I'm gonna throw soon, right? Because the holidays are over. I can't wait to fucking throw it and watch it explode. And then I'm talking to Mad Pikachu. Then I have Mad Pikachu. So it's a little Pikachu guys on the radio, and he's mad. I don't know, I want him somewhere. But he's in my plant, so I put him inside. So that's my crowd, right? These are the people I'm talking to. But if I didn't do this today, I don't think I would have gotten this realization faster. And that's why this is important to me. And some people may have different ways. Some people love to write, they journal. Journal. Do it. I had a message talking about anxiety from a friend, and he was like, I can't go to sleep at night. You know, I have so many thoughts. I get my anxiety mainly when I'm sleeping. Like when I'm sleeping, I get all this anxiety. How do I make it stop? The best thing to do is to journal. Journal before you go to bed. Some people say read. You gotta get, if you're this type of person, you gotta get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Or out of that head into a radio. Or out of that head into a podcast. I don't know. You don't have to make it a thing. A voice recorder if you're too tired to write. But those thoughts have to get out. Otherwise, they flood the brain and they stay there. And then once you wake up, those same thoughts are the ones that are going to come immediately. You ever think about you had something to do? Okay, perfect example. It was Thanksgiving, right? And you didn't make a shopping list, but you're in charge of making the turkey, the stuffing, the pumpkin pie. This is such a white Christmas, by the way. Turkey, pumpkin. This is definitely white Christmas. I forgot already. Pumpkin pie. And all you're going to do that night is think about the things you have to buy in the store, and then what the lines are going to be like, and what time should I go. And you didn't prepare your mind, and you didn't dump the mind. We call it a brain dump. You need to get those things out of your head. Otherwise, it's going to be there. It's going to be there in the morning. It's going to be there in the middle of the night. It's going to be there at night. Because it's on the top of your mind. Now, if you wrote things down, and the things that you can write are like, I'm going to fucking kill somebody today. I want to kill this guy on Route 3 because he cut me off. You know Route 3, right where the 46 junction is. This motherfucker came out into that right lane, and he snuck in right at the end. Then he had the audacity to get mad at me for not letting him in. Just talking from personal experience at that junction. Because people are assholes in New Jersey over there. If you're listening from New Jersey, you know who you are, and you know the junction I'm talking about. It fucking sucks, and you suck for doing that. So suck it. But you got to write it down. Like, see what I said? I would have written that down. I would have wrote that down, and then I wrote down all the things that happened to me that day, and then I would have written down anything. Anything that comes into my mind when I journal sometimes makes zero sense because it might say lollipop, lollipop, sun's yellow smile. And I'll write it down because these are the words that are popping into my head that I'm trying to release. And the more that I talk or the more that I write into the journal or into the podcast or recording, the freer I have my mind. Here's the hardest part: doing it. Most of us would rather stay in bed and deal with the anxiety and deal with the thoughts. I wouldn't even say deal with. Punish ourselves with this anxiety. Punish ourselves with these thoughts rather than doing a little bit of work, which isn't that much work. Have a journal next to you. If you're a person that has anxiety at night, just have a journal or a notebook. It doesn't even have to be a journal because you probably think too much about it. Oh my God, now I gotta go on Amazon and I gotta buy a journal that says, hey, this is my journal for sleep at night. No, just get a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper. Fucking flip it over and then you have paper and write it down. If not, talk into your phone. Everyone sits on their phone and masturbates on their phone every night. You're sitting there masturbating to Instagram. I'm not saying you're masturbating, but some people do. And I reference masturbating as pleasuring yourself by watching other people's lives and then making ours worse. That's what we do. We masturbate to Instagram. My life sucks. My life sucks. Their life is better than mine. Ooh, that's a nice quote. Let me save it. Oops, screenshot. Because it's true. And that's why it's funny. Just write it down. You know, we got to write down the things in the head to release the freedom of finding out the true self of who we are. It takes work. You know, I wake up early in the morning. I sit down right over here on this fucking couch and I cross my legs. Actually, I can't cross my legs because it hurts. So I am starting with butterfly position. So I sit butterfly. I'm not laying down because I know if I lay down, I'm falling asleep. That's for sure. And if I do, that's fine, right? But for the most part, I am attempting to try to stay awake the entire time of these meditations. And when I'm doing so, sometimes it's nothing, right? Because that's when I'm expecting things. That's when I want something to happen. But the more we try to make things happen, it doesn't happen. Just like we were talking about before, right? You're making things too much of a thing. It's like when I get old, I'm going to do this next year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure. It's cool to have structure. It's cool to have it, but then let it go and just let it happen. I am making this podcast for no fucking reason at all, except for myself. Right? I'm not doing this because I'm going to beat Joe Rogan. I'm not making this so people view me in places. If I did, I would flood every social media app with clips of me doing, like I was trying before. I was like, I got to make this happen. Why? Why do I have to make this happen? No, I'm just going to do it. Because I like it. And I enjoy it. And it helps my soul. It helps me right here in my boobs. In my double Ds. I wish. Maybe in 2008 there were double Ds. Now they're like floating Bs or Cs. I actually don't even know, honestly. Maybe then. Will I care? Right now, man, I just want to get the shit out. Because when I'm done, I walk away with a little bit more clarity than the last week. And I want to do more. Like, I want to do more, you know? But I don't force it. There's so many times I want to do something and I want to do another cast. I'm like, yeah, I just won't force it. Not this time. So really quick, I'm not closing. I'm just going to summarize this thing. It's like we don't know who we are, right? Because we're living in someone we used to be or someone we're trying to be, rather than who are you, right? And for me, I used to be a trainer. I want to be a great dad. I want to be this. I want to, something for my family. But you know what I am presently? I'm a family guy. We're on pause real fast because the podcast, it cut down. I'm a family guy that cares about his family and wants to be with his family. And what the question I ask myself now is right here. Here's me fighting this feeling. Why did you leave all your friends and your family? That's a good question, right? Why did I leave all my friends? If I'm such a family man, why did I leave my friends and family in the dirt? And I was thinking about this morning. At the time of my dad, knowing he was a little bit sick, not knowing it was going to progress that fast, blaming myself a little bit for causing more stress to him, creating acceleration of his sickness. Why did I leave? And when I think about it, guys, I didn't care then. I didn't care. I love them. But I know that I needed to leave. And that's hard to do. Now, I'm not saying I didn't care and let's sweep it under the rug. No, me became more important. Because I didn't have me. And the only important person in my life that should be in yours is yourself. I had to take care of me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a family man. Otherwise, I'd just be doing things for other people all the time. Otherwise, I'd put everyone else in front of me, and my death is going to accelerate. What good would I be to my family if I were dead? Because I wanted it. And it's coming up, December 4th. It's coming up. I got to work that day. Maybe I'll jump off the stadium fucking bleachers. I'm just kidding, won't do that. Not at a Raiders game, maybe at a Jets game. I don't want any more press for them. But I had to leave. Because I didn't know who I was anymore. I wasn't me anymore. And that's a good thing. Because I feel like if I was still being the person that I was trying to be, men's health next top trainer, crank coach, multiple cranks all over the place, trying to figure out how to make a living to support my family, doing something I love, I would not be here. There would have been a second attempt. He's avoiding us. He's avoiding us. Or if your friend, you don't do it too soon, man. Don't. Just let it go. Leave it alone. Because then it's like, ooh, they must be busy. Ooh, now you're fine. Ooh, they're busy. But leave them alone. Now, if they call back again, it's an emergency, which means they killed my dog. See, I don't even know what the fuck it was now. Fucking Petco. Petco, you get no sponsorships. I'm just kidding, Petco. If you want to sponsor me, please feel free. I love your beds, and I love bringing my kids there for your fish tanks. It's like being in an aquarium, but it's not. Oh yes. So yeah, I think about that stuff. That I am a family guy. I'm a family guy. And that's really it. If you think about it, think about think about the things I do. The things I do is to create freedom for ourselves so I could be home. Like, I don't go to jujitsu class or go to the gym for myself because I want to be here and bring the kids to their places. Which is weird because I would say, 5-6 years ago, even less than that, I'd be at the gym all the time because that was my business. I had to be there. I had to run it. But even my days off, that was my escape. That's where I would go to escape. I'm out. I got to go to work. I'm not really doing anything. I was working out, trying workouts out. Trying to be something when I'm enough. And I feel like once everyone realizes who you are, you're going to realize that you are enough. You're enough. Man, like, people may not tell you this, right? But if you made it, and everyone has their own traumas, right? If you made it through your past, and you're here right now, trying to be a better person, you made it. You're enough. And every time you think you're not, just sit down for a second and look at yourself. Look at what you have right in front of you. Right in front of you. What do you have? A phone. Which means you make enough money to have internet all the time. I don't know. It is always, every time I think about that, it just makes sense to me. Like, I take my breath. I take a deep breath all the time. And every once in a while, I'll take a breath just to remind myself I'm breathing. And that I'm enough. I may not be enough for the ego or the vision of what I want to be. Right? That's never going to be enough. Right? I'm not enough to the person that I keep watching over and over on social media, comparing my life to theirs, or comparing my account to their account. I'm never going to be enough for that. And when I am, I'm going to look for someone else. That's what we keep doing. But if you just sit down for a fucking second, and just look at your phone, because you have it. If you're watching this or listening, you have a phone. You have the ability to pay for a phone. You have the ability to contact people and friends. And then take a deep breath and understand you have the ability to be alive right now. And that's enough. It may not be enough for your parents' vision. It may not be enough for your friend's vision in the past. It may not be enough for your future self. It may not be enough of the perception that you want other people to think about you. It may not be enough for the life goals that you have for the future, which is not even close to the present. But if you need to level out, find yourself in the moment right now and understand that you actually are enough. You're enough as a human, you're enough as a person, and you're enough for your soul. No way, booger. That was deep shit. That was deep. How come deep shit can be two things? Like, man, that was some deep shit. That, my friend, that what you said right there, that was some deep shit. Or, you, my friend, are in some deep fucking shit. Deep shit. When you get home, you're in deep shit. What was the other one I wanted to talk about? I'll read this one because I had to write it down. Throwing food and yelling at fitness people about making every big workout a calorie burpee burner. Does anyone know what that means? Throwing food and yelling at fitness people, meaning fitness, about making every big workout. Oh, I get it. I know, on Halloween or even Thanksgiving. If you eat one Snicker, you gotta do 120 burpees because it's 120 calories. If you eat pumpkin pie, you gotta do 300 burpees because that's 300 calories. That's definitely what I was thinking. That's what my brain thought about when that shit was happening. Oh, is it over? Oh, okay, I thought that was over. So the next thing that I'm gonna end it soon, guys. I'm ending this soon. I think I'll save this for another day because it seems pretty. I really didn't think I was spending this much time on whatever the fuck I was talking about. But the next podcast, I want you guys to answer this question. So you have homework, okay? Here's some homework, listeners. And if you can, comment it on YouTube Live. Please just throw a fucking comment out there. If you made it this far, throw a comment. Just share it on Twitter if you're even tweeting. I just started tweeting again. It's kind of fun. I haven't done it in a long time. But I did it. Shut up, Pete. You did it. I'll be happy when? Good question. I'll be happy when? ... I'm going to answer it. And if you want, if you answer it up, mail it to me. Don't text it to me because I'm not going to answer it. You know my phone number anyway. You could message me on something. You could put it in a comment down below. I'll be happy when... ... And I know the trolls are going to hit me up. Someone already told me. Some 11-year-old girl told me she was stronger than me. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that little... What, Cassidy? Was that your name? I forgot her name. She's like, I'm 11 years old. I could lift that shit. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for the hate. But I'll be happy when? At the same time, answer this question. Who am I? Take some time. I think it'd be a cool little exercise for you to do. All right? I will see you guys later. Whoa, I feel like I ended that pretty cool. I feel like this became a seminar. Stop, Pete. Stop now. See where my brain goes? See what happened? You don't even know the things I thought about once I said the word seminar. No one's coming. Fuck's coming. I'm nobody. It's COVID. You gotta wear a mask. Some people wear masks still. No, I ain't doing that. Well, I wear masks once in a while. I wore a mask too on the airplane. Got a lot of looks. I was like, I'm protecting you from my fucking phlegm, assholes. I'm wearing this mask to protect you because I got phlegm coming out of my nose. Don't look at me, fucking weird. I'm protecting you from just a common cold so you don't have to get it. So suck my dick. All right, guys, I'm out. I gotta go. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll answer that question next time. And I will talk to you guys next week. Have a great one, guys. I don't think I have to sign out. Because I signed out. Press stop there. And then, I gotta go this way. Look, this is how I do it. This is so professional. This is my one man. Oh, stop. All right, guys, I'll see you later.